were still home, I thought I'd do another baking session with you. This time we're doing something apple, not banana, apple. You see a different kitchen, really beautiful, but I did bring all my own stuff. Cups, tablespoons, teaspoons, that nice thing that we use to get everything out of the bowl. So let's do it. Like last time, I'll tell you about the ingredients. There's baking soda, baking powder. Don't mix them up. There's two different things. Make sure you get the right stuff. You need them both. You need some salt, vanilla. I got really good cinnamon from Canada once. Someone gave it to me. That was really kind. We need some nutmeg, eggs. We've got confectionery sugar, powdered sugar. Some more walnuts from my brother's backyard. We'll need to peel them again and crack them a little bit. Remember, you don't need the walnuts. If you don't like them, don't put them in. They don't need to be in there. So it's not an excuse not to make this cake. You can leave them out, but I love walnuts, so I always put them in. We need some oil. We need a little bit of butter. And I think that's it, except for the cream cheese. You'll be surprised, but it tastes really good when I mix it with other things. The ingredients that I named are actually from this book. And it's really cool because you know that in Canada, Christian schools, parents have to pay for. So they try to make a little money. All the moms added recipes. And I found the best apple cake ever in here. So what I did, took it from this book and wrote it down in my own. Remember this dirty thing with all the baking? You can tell I made it many times already for birthdays or sometimes for when I have friends over. And you can see I even put yum underneath because I love this. So we'll start with from the beginning. And it actually says bake at 350 Fahrenheit because that's what they use in Canada, but we're not going to do Fahrenheit. We do 180 Celsius. Let's preheat the oven. And this is a different oven, like I said, but I found something that I think we can use. This is just the top and the bottom heat. So no fan, because I don't know what it does to the cake, right? I've never done that before. We need to switch it to, where's the fan, the degrees? They're here. And like I said, it's 180, but some ovens are hotter and some are a little colder. So you need to make sure and check on that cake once in a while, okay? So there we go. The oven's preheated. I guess we're all set to go. There we go. Okay, so you need a mixer because this time we have to beat the eggs. And beat doesn't mean like punch it, but it means mix it really, really hard with the mixer. So that's what we're gonna do, and I'm gonna plug that in already. And leave it here for now. And I'll get the eggs out. We've got beautiful white shells today. Here's one. There's two. And you know what? I forgot to tell you there's apples, but it's apple cake. So of course we need apples. Duh. All right, vanilla, 1 teaspoon. So I'll add that to it. There we go, put it in. To fake, I'm busy right now. I'm baking. No. And we need oil. It says we need a 1/2 cup of oil. Here's my 1/2 cup. Open the oil. There we go. That's to make it nice and smooth and moist and delicious. There we go. It's a Canadian-American recipe again, so when it comes to sugar, we're gonna add lots. Would you look at that? There's 2 cups of sugar, but remember I use a 1/2 cup, right? So I'm going to add 4 of these. It's a lot warmer than last time, so I'm That's 4. There we go. Okay, time to make that awful noise again to get it nice and mixed. That's not what this is for. This is actually to sieve your flour and your baking powder so it's nice and soft, so it doesn't clump, right? So that's what we're going to do. We're first going to do the flour, and we need 2 cups. So 4 of my things, remember. There's 1. We'll kind of do it first because the container is a little bit small. You shouldn't do it all at the same time, because then it's too much, right? As you can see, this is going very well. Okay, next step, we got the flour in there. Now we need some salt, half a teaspoon, which is a really small amount. Need the yellow one. Don't know if it'll go through the sieve because salt is a little bit bigger, right? So there we go. That's a little bit too much, so I'm going to get rid of it. The baking soda, that's actually quite important to sieve because that usually has some clumps. 1 teaspoon. And we need a teaspoon of baking powder. Put that in. Make sure you got all the lumps out. There we go. Okay, perfect. It looks like a lot of cinnamon, but it tastes really good. 2 teaspoons. So make sure you level that. Very good. Sieve that through. And the last dry ingredient that we need to add is nutmeg. You have to make sure you level it. Put that through. There we go. Now there we've got all the dry ingredients. And now it says mix them into the mixture we had. So there we go. We'll add it in here. There we go. And it says stir. It doesn't say mix. So that's exactly what we're going to do again. We're not going to use that mixer, but we're just going to nicely stir that in. A little bit dry now, but that'll change when the apples come in. We need apples, right? So we need 4 cups, and it's a lot of work. So what I'm going to do is go outside, the sun's still shining, and I'm just going to sit and relax and cut those apples into nice small pieces. Okay, that's it. Cut all the apples up. We ate some because they're really delicious, and you saw the dog nom 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 some. So I think it's about 5 or 6 apples that you need, but you never really know. So start with 5 and then see if you have enough to fill 4 cups. Okay, using my half cup again, so there's 1, 2, 3, and you don't need to be very exact. 4, so that's 2 cups already. 5, Vicky, are you eating apples again? Not okay. 6, 7, and 1 more, so we'll have a little bit left over, so I guess you could do with 5 apples. See, there's some left that we'll just eat later. And some now. Back to mixing. And now you'll see that the apples will make it a little easier to mix. Oh, this is so good. Can't wait till it's done. I cracked all the nuts, put them in here. We need 1 cup. It's a lot of work too, actually, but they're so good. They're so good fresh. I'm going nuts. That means drive me crazy, this baking. Wow. Okay. All right. So, remember I'm using half cup, so 1 and 2. There we go. You could also use a pea pecans or other nuts if you want. But I like walnuts. When you got it all mixed, put it into the baking mold. And you can see I have a nice one. So this is what I used. You can buy glass ones. I just like gray, so I'm putting it into a gray one. Putting that in there, it's too small. I mean, sorry, the cake is too big to fit into a normal baked tin. So you need a bigger one. So we're gonna butter and flour this time. Just gonna grab it with my hands. I did wash my hands. I didn't touch the dog. Imagine. Okay, and a little bit of flour. Where's my flour? So I usually grab that with my hands and kind of put that in. Kind of make sure it's everywhere. There we go. I am so warm. My friend's oven is so hot. Making me. The last step is to put it in there. And remember, I don't like waste, so I put everything. I try to put everything in. But it's a little bit hard because it's heavy. Lots of apples. So make sure you get that all cleaned up again. Like I said, don't waste. Someone's paying for this, working hard. It's a little bit more difficult this time because it's heavier batter. You spread it evenly. And it'll fall into place as it is in the oven. Looks a little lumpy now, but that's going to be just fine. Yes, we got it done. It's ready to go in the oven. Woohoo! Bye bye, cake. I love you. See you soon. And how soon? Well, it's about 40 to 45 minutes. You got to check towards the end. Make sure a toothpick, a wooden stick, comes out clean. If that's the case, ta-da! Finished. Last time I had a nap. This time I decided to go to the cafeteria and get me some fries and a croquette. And yum, 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 we're gonna eat. So the cake's in the oven and we need to make the frosting. Frosting means you put something on top. It's called cream cheese frosting. This is cream cheese. I'm gonna put 1/2 package in. I used Philadelphia, but you can use any kind. We need 3 tablespoons of butter. 1. 2. 3. 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. Here we go. And we need 1½ cup of this, but I usually put a little less. It's very sweet otherwise. Make sure you don't spill, because the powder is very, you might have to sneeze and you have to do it in your elbow because otherwise people think you're sick. So try to keep it in the bowl. It's very difficult. It's finally done. We've been waiting so long for this. Look at that. It's ready. It looks so delicious. Look at that. The toothpick came out clean. It was cooling down for an hour. And now it's ready to come out. So this is the icing. Frosting, you can also call it. You put it on top. I can't wait. I was almost ready to bite it. Yeah, the kitchen's all cleaned up, and maybe not everything's clean because the dog's still finding some things to eat in here. But we're done, and it's time to say goodbye. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope yours worked out really well. Make sure you check to see if it's really ready, and goodbye. Goodbye.